Shock Sole. Their shoes are clinically shown to relieve pain by a double-blind clinical study conducted by OliveView UCLA Medical Center. You can try a pair for 30 days with free corrective fit orthotic inserts. If you're not satisfied, just return the shoes for a full refund and keep the free orthotics as a gift. Put an end to suffering. Save $20 and get free shipping from Gravity Defier when you go to gdefy.com/radio and use code RADIO. That's gdefy.com/radio, code RADIO. You have nothing to lose but your pain.
If you're a business owner with salespeople, how in the world could you say no to this offer? The top 20% of your salespeople close 80% of the business. 80% of all sales are closed after the 5th attempt, and 83% of all salespeople don't even ask for the sale once. Did you know that 90% of all salespeople have never even read one sales book? How many sales are being lost each month? Simply because your salespeople are not professionally trained how to sell. Hi, this is the world's top sales trainer, Jason Evans. I'm going to give you a free 45-minute video of pure sales training techniques that will increase your company's sales within days, guaranteed. This could double, even triple your company's sales. This video is closing, handling objections, and more. Just call us and leave us a voicemail, their email address, and we'll send you this amazing video for free. Call 800-500-8320. This is how to close from A to Z for any product or service, regardless of industry, whether you sell face-to-face or over the phone. Call 800-500-8320. That's 800-500-8320. Paid for by Power Sales University.
He's calling out Washington.
That is a step too far.
And keeping an eye on Wall Street to help you make sense of it all. Kudlow, Tuesday at 4.
On September 1st, 1939, Hitler's invasion of Poland triggered the beginning of World War II. Prime Minister Winston Churchill was determined to convince President Roosevelt to help Great Britain beat back the Nazi aggression in Europe before it stretched across the Channel to England. It was a fight America wanted nothing to do with after the devastating losses of World War I. But after Japan's vicious surprise attack at Pearl Harbor, the United States was at war. Young men across the country lined up to enlist and join the fight. Boys like Harry Gray in Arlington, Massachusetts, George Coburn in neighboring Medford, who played football with Harry and whose mother was friendly with Harry's mom. Dominic Grassi in Lockport, New York. Herman Grader of Dayton, Ohio. Charles Gubish of Hellertown, Pennsylvania. Woody Williams of Quiet Dell, West Virginia. And Rondo Scharf of Chicago. They joined thousands of others who were champing at the bit to fight the Japanese.
You know, it was the generation back then. You know, your country was at war. You wanted to do something to help.
Nancy remembers it well.
So many of the boys at that time, they were all so patriotic, and they thought it was their duty to save the country.
But I said I'm joining the Marines because I like the uniform.
Well, 1 month after my 18th birthday, I told Mom I'm going into the Marine Corps. I did know the difference between a Marine and an Army guy, because a Marine had a very attractive uniform. They could really get the girls, and that appealed. So
They were off to Paris Island. There they would train and become Marines.
I remember my mother did not want him to become a Marine. She would prefer to have him in the Navy because then he would have a bed to sleep in instead of a foxhole.
He graduated high school, kissed his girlfriend Dot goodbye, and vowed to marry her when he got home. In the summer of 1944, he was off to Paris Island for training. He wrote to Uncle Frank, my grandfather, who was like a father to him after his dad died.
We do calisthenics every morning until we almost collapse, but we try to keep going. Yesterday, we drilled in the sun at 120 degrees wearing full combat gear. We kept this up until 3 fellows collapsed. This place is so nerve-wracking that one fellow from another platoon tried to commit suicide last night by cutting his throat. Just by chance, they found him before he died.
Charles Gubish remembers well how tough it was.
If I would have had a gun or something like that, I'd have did the same thing. Because it was tough. But they made a Marine out of you.
While researching Unknown Valor, I discovered that my friend, Nikki Eriko's uncle, was also killed on Iwo Jima. A long talk led to the unraveling of his amazing heroism. His name was Dominic Grossi of Lockport, New York. A high school and college football star, he turned down an offer to play for the New York Giants, determined instead to fight for his country.
That was his dream. He wanted to play football. And the war started, and he joined the military, and he told them, I really want to play football, and I'll play when I get home.
He came home one day and started talking about the Marines, and of course I think my mom and dad were a little surprised about that because he was still going to college, but they gave him their blessings, and he did. He joined the Marines.
Grossi was quickly recognized as a leader. During officer training at Quantico in Virginia, he became a second lieutenant in the Marine Corps. In October of 1944, their training complete, newly minted Marines Harry Gray, Herman Grader, Charlie Gubish, and George Coburn were assigned to the 34th replacement draft. They would stop in California and then on to the Pacific. Lieutenant Grossi was eager to get to the battle.
I'm sort of glad I'm starting. I'm tired of standing by and waiting. I think I'm going to enjoy the coming adventure.
One man.
This is about standing for something.
One mic.
And when you push me, I push back.
Total impact. And here, nothing is out of bounds.
Give us kind of the down and dirty of what happened and what you uncovered. The story is just hard to believe. It's nothing dramatic I just said. It's factually accurate. Everybody knows it. There are the shows that take the edge off things, make it seem nice. We're not doing that here.
From politics to personal freedom, he's sounding off about the state of America, live every weekday on the Dan Bongino Show. Then, catch up on all the can't-miss moments with a recap of the day's highlights.
Mr. President, your thoughts on Joe Biden?
Weekdays on Bongino's Best. Plus,
cancel culture looms around every corner. Every time you speak out or take a stand, you're putting your livelihood on the line.
Don't miss a single intense episode as Bongino hosts the first season of Canceled in the USA. Dan Bongino's not just cutting through the media clutter, he's chopping it down. Only on Fox Nation.
Almost 3 million people use Navage to breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier. I'm Martin Hoke, and I invented Navage, the world's only nose cleaner that helps flush out airborne germs with powered suction. But what do doctors have to say about Navage? Here's Dr. Tonya Farmer, a board-certified ear, nose, and throat specialist.
Most airborne allergens and viruses enter through your nose. When that happens, it can cause congestion and irritation, and that just makes you feel miserable. You can get a cold, you can get flu, sinus infections, or even worse. Flushing your nose with a saline solution is the most effective way to flush all of those dangerous threats out of your nose. So now when patients come in my office, I tell them I highly recommend that you use Navage on a daily basis for overall good health and wellness.
And Navage is all natural and drug-free at Navage.com, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Bed Bath, and Target. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
Netflix, Amazon Prime, HBO, Showtime. How many streaming services are you paying for? Better question, how many do you actually watch? Odds are you're paying for subscriptions you're not even using. Why? Because getting out of subscriptions often feels like more trouble than it's worth. Well, not anymore. Just download the Truebill app. Truebill is the #1 subscription tracker, manager, and canceller all in one. Connect your accounts and instantly you'll see a complete picture of all your recurring subscriptions in one easy-to-use interface. Truebill organizes your subscriptions by due date and notifies you when something is coming up. Now, instead of waiting on hold for close to an hour while you connect to a customer service rep, cancel that subscription immediately with a tap right from the app, and Truebill will handle the rest. To find out more about all the awesome personal finance features packed into Truebill, go to Truebill.com/success or download Truebill from the Apple app or Google Play stores. Truebill, the money app that works for you.
My name is Preston James. I've been a stock and options trader for 23 years. I used to be an active swing trader, but that all changed once I discovered my Money Press weekly paycheck method. These days, I'm a passive trader hauling in more cash while being able to sleep at night than I ever dreamed possible. I'm passionate about the market and I like to keep it simple. My methods are changing thousands of lives and I'm confident it can change yours. But let the proof do the talking. By going to accountproof.com, that's accountproof.com, you'll see a 7-minute video revealing how my Money Press method grew a $54,000 account to $174,000 in less than 9 months. That works out to 5.8% per week. You'll see the proof right inside my real brokerage account. This isn't about overnight riches, but once you discover this for yourself, you can start on this same path overnight. You're 7 minutes away from changing everything you thought you knew about trading and investing. Go to accountproof.com to get started. That's accountproof.com.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for healthcare can save the typical family $500 a month, and that's huge, but it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The customer satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. MediShare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. A very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. 855-79-BIBLE. That's 855-79-BIBLE. 855-79-BIBLE.
Fox Weather, America's weather team.
From across the country
To just around the corner. Fox Weather, precise, personal, powerful. Stream live now on your favorite device.
In business, you need to stay a step ahead.
Your top stories right now.
They've all gone up. Look at that. So download the free Fox Business app. Just scan the code on your screen.
Got the NASDAQ moving ahead comfortably.
Put the markets at your fingertips. Get the latest from Wall Street to Washington, all with the insight investors need.
Good news, folks. Record highs of 2022.
The Fox Business app makes it easy to be in the know wherever you go.
Let's get right down to it.
Download the Fox Business app from your app store or scan the QR code on screen now.
February 1945. World War II had been raging for nearly 6 years. As Allied forces fought the Nazis in Europe, America was virtually alone in the battle against the Japanese in the Pacific. U.S. forces battled across the Stepping Stone Islands, securing them one by one, killing enemy fighters and regaining the pivotal airfields on each. From the Solomons to the Gilberts and Marshall Islands to the Marianas, inching closer to mainland Japan.
Ahead now stood Iwo Jima, the most heavily fortified island in the world. Buried deep underground, 20,000 of their toughest fighting men waited for us to make the first move.
Most of us couldn't figure out why we were taking that wee little place and why we needed so many Marines to do it.